the way Heroic start, the way they hype themselves up before these series start, no wonder they come in with nothing but flames on the server itself. Sending it in mid on that pistol round. Start as they mean to go on, but Monte will be looking to do the same as they encroach the A bomb site. Waiting for their smokes to go. The pop flashes here as well. Shush will fall back, down of a tight angle by Jungle. Needs to hold on to that if he can. Bomb planted quickly. As the bomb is planted, Cadian's in T-spawn. Trying to be man number 6 for Monte. Coming in from the back, heading towards Palace. There is a kit in the hands of Tessus, holding onto a smoke as well. Those smokes will soon be gone for Monte. It's time for Heroic to start pushing.
Good kill from Demka early, and Demka lines them up! Look at all the damage from Demka! Finally, he falls, but SDY cleans up. And Cadian has nothing to do. What an explosive start from Demka. Cadian's looking for kills at this point, but he might need to save that Kevlar instead. And I'm just waiting to see if the Cadian versus Demka yelling war begins.
Who strikes first?
I thought Demka was going to get loud after that, but no, he's chilling for now. Look at that lineup, though. The second player just swings straight into the crosshair. Headshot height from Demka. And no, he's relaxed for now. He's not yelling yet. Maybe Monte trying to stay focused in this one. We've got that SG out from Waro. You will sometimes see AWPers pick up the SG for the scoped rifle ability.
SG no helmet.
Yeah, it's a little rare.
It's rude.
It really is.
SG no helmet
To be
versus
fair,
pistols.
I mean, look, he's up against Deegs and a Scout, so
He is.
Who needs it? Tessus just re-smoked Palace. He's hoping to pretend that there's more presence on A than there actually is while they stack elsewhere.
He's a liar.
Boy's a liar. Can't do any more. We'll get copyright claimed.
Probably for the best anyway. Third and the fourth man head towards the ramp. Stown has a lot to do. Perhaps he can make things messy with the smoke grenade. Palace smoked off at least, but again, the heat map is at the ramp. Yabi's also here. Pop flashes will make their way over. Heroic has still got time to position themselves towards CT. They can still make this dirty, gritty, grimy. Where is Waro off to? This guy's just cruising with his Krieg and no helmet. Krasnal dropped then. How much more is there in this for the likes of Heroic? Waro looking to move through the B bomb site, but the numbers are starting to dwindle on A. It's Demka alone now. Oh my god, get on the bomb, why not? Waro's got the lineup though, and that smoke won't be here forever. 100% armor penetration. They will line up to get all the darts in their bodies. That was a quite a scary one. Heroic are giving the warning signs early. We're not messing around.
Love that from Waro. Smart enough to realize that he can be in position with that SG. Clearly had a plan for it the whole time. I was worried he was going to be a little too far away, but got there at the right time to make sure the round doesn't get out of hand. That was clearly through the smoke. The kill feed's lying. But man, these shots from Heroic. Heard the devs say that they do think Heroic will be back to their best here, that they've got a good chance of even taking away Monte's map pick. See if that can continue. Monte right now instantly in towards the B bomb site, not wasting any time in this round. And it is another force from Heroic. Tessus doing damage early. He's got the rotate arriving from Yabi with the Deeg. Yabi looking for a fight of his own, taking huge damage in the process, and all of Monte chime in with kills at the same time. So this investment from Heroic has not paid off here.
Tessus is still standing. Not any longer. 2 kills in the round. I'm loving the presence of this Krieg. 2 kills for Waro in that one. And Monte start 3-0. What can he do with it then? Now that the... Well, actually, Pyran will be coming a little later for Heroic.
Yeah, that was a little surprising from Heroic to invest into that round. You'd normally see the save there. It nearly worked, because like Monte, I don't think we're expecting the buy. That might be part of the reason why they just went into B. Oh, a missed window smoke. A little awkward for Monte. And that's Yabi flying up mid with the MP9. SDY holding only for one. Even these rounds are dangerous from Heroic. Another missed smoke on connector.
We are seeing smokes all over the shop right now. From the previous series to this one. Not showing just yet with the Desert Eagle. Cadian and Stown coming in from that mid position. Will have to run distraction. How does Shush get involved? Maybe the odd jump peek. Find out where these players are. There is one by triple. Forced away then is Demka into the light. Krasnal by triple has to stay alive. Warro's here with that Krieg once again. Great angles for him. Doesn't need to engage this one. Cadian doesn't have a kit, but Warro doesn't have the angle, so Cadian could invite him to die on the site. He'll do that and get a scope for his troubles. And there is some volume for you. Took a few rounds, but it's certainly here now. The unhinged wailing. We've got Banshees on the server.
This is going to be fun. So 1-0 Demka in the Cadian versus Demka yelling match, which we will be keeping track of.
I think that was 3-0. That.
Okay, yeah, why
that
not?
was a lot of screaming.
Oh, boy. Listen, that was a sketchy round from Monte, though. Like, if I'm Heroic, I'm sitting there saying, you know what? We actually take that as a nice round from us, because now Monte's money is low, and Heroic get a good buy for themselves. SG on the CT side as well now.
That's a really good weapon to have where Shush is positioned.
Yeah. Great as that A anchor playing from far back. Now, Heroic love getting active on the CT side, and Mirage is a great map for CT aggression. So a move up mid, and SDY needs to be very careful.
Oh, straight in the face. 448 damage right there, son. Oh, man. Warnings from Heroic. Headshots and shrapnel. Minutes on the clock for Monte. They will be screaming if Heroic win this one. I think Demka shouted so much, might have reduced his blood oxygen level. 45 seconds on the clock. A pinch of mid. Yabi moving through. Demka's carrying that bomb, heading towards 35 seconds now. Looking to join his teammates. All of Monte in that mid position. Shush in that Krieg could have quite a part to play in this one. Yabi ahead of the Molotov. Just as they look away, the spray will be here. He'll start to drop them. Finding two. As that smoke goes up. 15 seconds to plant. Krasnal on the way. Shush dropping the molly. Bomb's planted though. And there is that Krieg rearing its ugly head. Warro in the clutch. 1 versus 4 made 3. Instant trade from Tesses. Quiet for now.
Business as usual for Heroic, it seems. I actually think yesterday, like them getting dragged into the emotions and the yelling match, I don't know if it helped them, in all honesty. I think normally they're like way more of a composed team. Their team play is normally so good. So I wonder if they're trying to stay a little more level-headed today.
You know what? I like Cadian screaming at people. There's a lot of people upset on the internet. But a lot of people on the internet haven't played at LAN before. A lot of people at the internet wouldn't be able to cope, and that's part of it. I mean, yes, I think in Cadian's particular example, he is spurring his team on with that release of energy. But it's a common tactic on LAN as well to just put your teammates off. If you can't, especially if you're playing in America, for example, obviously we aren't now, but if you're playing in an environment and people are screaming at you and you can't cope with it, you're going to play worse. More fool you if you can't deal with it.
For sure. I mean, in American sports, like Michael Jordan was known for like yelling at his teammates in practice if he didn't think they were doing well enough. You know, that's just part of the culture for them. So can be a cultural thing for sure as well.
Yeah, rise above the pressure or be consumed by it. That is the history of competitive gaming, sports, everything. Everybody will try to tilt their opposition. If you can't deal with it, that's your problem.
Well, Monte grouped outside A early in this round. Again, Heroic getting active. Look at the minimap. Heroic have fully cleared out mid. They'll start to rotate back to A, and they'll be here in time. That nade looks good. Oh, the lineup looks better for Cadian.
Hunger buster for Cadian. Burger and a side of fries. 5-on-3 for the remainder of Monte. A brutal way to try and just break ground on this A bomb site. They've barely done that, judging by those X's. That scout has a lot to do now. Reasonable upgrade for Waro, but what can they really hope to do? Heroic are not going to sit on this advantage. They'll get the sound cues as well. Cadian creeping. Got the angle just in time, or did he? Demka will drop him. Will they expect the rifle support? They'll take nothing for granted. As they start to look around, Yabi jerking forward will be lost as well. Suddenly we're on a 3 versus 3. Heroic's advantage has gone. What does Town do? He's got a forward position in mid, which is good for info, but how far does he go? Time is low for Monte. And it's not just that mid position. We've got Shush forward on A as well, but Tessis is still in isolation on that B bomb site. Down with an off angle. Could get a 3-1 here. That's the bomb drop looking for the transfer, but the information might be enough. 24 seconds. Which bomb site do they commit to? Have to decide very quickly indeed. They're not going to have time to clear this bomb site. It'll be the AWPer to try and plant the bomb while the Rifler can try to cover as many angles as possible. Waro planting it perfectly for Tesses, who simply has to exist now. And that will be enough. Shush is in the wind, and the round is with Heroic.
Not a bad effort from Monte to try and bring it back, though. Cadian started it so well with that 2-for-1 on that rotate back to ramp. They cleared out mid. They got back to A. They got this great shot with a lineup. But then Monte actually got a couple of kills back. They found a way towards a bomb site. Heroic still did well to just run out the clock at the end there. But Monte showing us they are going to be strong here. They are not going to be weak on a skill level basis. Demka and Waro especially having good starts to this game. The unfortunate truth, though, is that Monte's money is pretty bad now. Sure, you saved the AWP, but not much else.
Man, if Heroic are going to be quiet now because of Internet Warriors, I'm going to be sorely disappointed. Because that release of energy is great. You can see, again, all the years he's worked to get to this point in the intensity of that shouting. And obviously it's great entertainment as well.
I mean, you even heard Exist say, like, it took him a while to get to bed last night because that was the intensity they were bringing to that match against the Mongols.
That's great. That's exactly what you want to see. Monte sending it into the A bomb site, trying to make amends with the shortcomings of their buy. Waro's here. So is Demka. They've got a 3-on-3. Yabi's on an island, but he'll take one down at the very least. Waro will trade again. That AWP coming in handy. Cadian's got angles and utility, announcing his position. Tesses swinging. Not shy to go for the information, Heroic, and they see no one on A.
This aggression from Tesses. If he goes further, Monte might actually not be ready, but too risky, Tesses says, so he just sits on this unexpected angle instead. Whatever happens, that forward position is fantastic. It gives good information. And you can even see Cadian has got up into the apartments right now. I thought he was going to stick around there. It's a pretty safe spot, but maybe a little concerned that short is also open.
Monte cutting noise.
Oh, and now Tesses moves.
Monte cutting noise has to bank on a 2 versus 1 wherever they choose to go. Against most teams. Against Heroic, who knows? Still static for now, but this is killing a lot of time. Monte still needs to get to a bomb site. By the time they get to a bomb site, if they make it there, they won't have time again to clear the bomb site properly. 25 seconds, just moving down from top mid.
Cadian's got 2 angles to watch here. Timing's everything.
They're going to have to run, though. Surely they're going to have to run. 15 seconds. There's the bomb carrier, the molly as well, just to make it even worse.
Nothing to do. Oh, and Tesses even takes the AWPer out, takes the fight to Waro.
I think they outbrained themselves there, Monte. Got to give yourselves time to find your entry on the bomb site, whichever one you choose to go to. Opportunities lost. Hesitation versus Heroic will leave them with 2.5 to just shy of $3,000 per person. Time for Heroic to continue building then. Only 2 helmets for Heroic in this round though. Many pistols, not all deagles for Monte. So this could be interesting.
Well timed molly. One player will beat it. I don't think that's an issue for Heroic. Got to remember that Monte have really changed the way they play Counter-Strike since the addition of Bro into the lineup, replacing Boros. They are trying to play like a much more structured team. SDY has said they can play much more structured now with this new addition. And I think that might work against them, against Heroic, because Heroic are very good when a round is structured like that. Their team play is generally the best in the world. So we'll see if Monte can play Heroic at their own game. That's a good shot from Cadian, who goes back to the well. Meanwhile, Stout at top mid lines up 2. And these pistols falling as you would expect.
Textbook stuff from Heroic.
Make that money.
Textbook to tie the score. It's a library on that Heroic side.
Yeah, I want to see if this gets like a close map. That's when I want to see if they start to make noise, because I could see the game getting more intense as it goes on, for sure. And who knows, Demka might bring that out of them. If he starts making plays and getting loud himself, he has had a pretty solid start alongside Warwick. Wouldn't mind seeing a little more out of SDY and Bro, who have been good so far at this event. Down, well timed, the flash on point. Even a bit of damage onto Bro as well.
You'll see 2 on the kill cam towards top boxes. Cadian's hopped into the apartments anyway. What else do they choose to do, Heroic? 2 known, 2 unknown. Of course, that information gets older and older as time goes on. Cadian's got the information angle, if you will. Still, Tessus will head in his direction. Is it for the sound cues, I wonder? Inviting a peek if they're close enough to hear him.
Yeah, maybe.
So it'll be loud on the server, if not in the arena for the time being. Cadian moves forward now. Krasnod's got an off angle himself. Bomb heading towards ramp on 8. Mid currently uncontested. Now the York pushing in apps. Surely they expect more people to the A-bomb site, but 40 seconds remaining. Bro still lurking in mid. Some Dayung looking for the CT spotters. There's Shush in CT. Molly towards ramp. That clock is becoming a problem. Heroic are not giving them the challenges they're looking for, but there's finally Yabi dropped from jungle. Bro moving in, cleaning the shadow position. Can Heroic stop this bomb plant? Where did the angles come from? There's no one on shore for Heroic. It'll be a careful plant for Monte. 4 on 3, made 2 now. The trades will leave Monte 1 man to the good. Cadian so far away. Shush has a kit. But how on earth can he achieve something here? Creeping towards bench, back to triple. Inviting the CTs out. Can he bait somebody into Cadian? Spots one in connector, but doesn't make a fatal shot. And that'll be the end of the round for Cadian. He's got to get out of there and try and save his AWP. The hunt is on, and Monte will be back in the lead once again.
Monte able to find the right end goal in one of these rounds. Well played there. Got a 4v4 early after taking out Stown. And then they work across the map. They keep enough presence on B that Cadian's peak doesn't just get the free info. He has to communicate there's someone there holding. This was that initial trade coming in from Bro. And then Shush was trying to play for info, but I was really surprised that Yabi made that forward move, because Shush is just playing really passive from CT, playing for info, playing for the rotate, and I thought that was going to be fine. I thought that would help Yabi, actually, just sit back in jungle and try and watch the cross, but instead he moved forward. I'm not sure if there was a miscomm. Maybe they just didn't realize there was still the potential of one player in connector, but either way, that move really costed them in that round. Made it much easier for Monte to get that bomb planted because they could plant safe from CT. They knew that jungle wasn't a worry. And so Monte into the lead for now. although they've got a double AWP setup to contend with in this upcoming round. I think this is going to be a very fun map of CS. Monte, very good on Mirage. Heroic, very fun to watch on Mirage with how active they can be. We've already got 2 players near connector.
Very close indeed. 3 smokes around that mid position, 1 in B-Apps as well. Yabi's very forward in Palace. Early advantage for them. Surely connector's going to be a flashpoint now between these 2 squads once these smokes have gone. Angles taken away towards short. Indeed, Monte are in very committed positions for the time being. At some point, someone's going to go and have to rotate that bomb. Krasnal with an off angle in the B apartments gets utterly domed by TeSeS, and Shush is here to bring down the short player. 5-on-2, and SDY is going to go and collect that bomb. Nothing doing for Monte. Disastrous round so far.
Need a pop-off to get back into this round, that's for damn sure. TeSeS is pushed up through B, so maybe that's a chance to isolate one fight and try and find some way in. But I think even that is probably wishful thinking here. It's not an easy angle to clear, the one that TeSeS is playing. And Monte turn on a swivel.
We've gone back to reflect on what might have been. It was a promising round for them at the beginning, if they could break Heroic, but that is easier said than done. Heroic going hunting then, smelling the weakness on the side of Monte.
They've got to know exactly where Monte are here. They've cleared everything else.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh boy. Ooh, SDY so close.
Wow.
He only had like $400, so good thing he survived. Heroic back to a 5th round. Monte had that 4-0 start, but since then, Heroic have done really well. They've also been great in their opening duels so far. They've won 7 of them. Hero AK saved by SDY into this round. Boost up for Yabi. Behind the molly, he'll look for early info. He didn't spot SDY though. That kill could allow them to accelerate onto B here. But TeSeS realizes he's got to plug the gap. He put a molly down to deny. Meanwhile, Cadian will make a move on mid. He's seen enough at B to try and get info here. This is good info, but the rotate to B would still be a little slow.
Double AWP retake.
Yeah.
Might not be ideal if the B bomb site is compromised. It might end up in a very difficult decision, but let's see how it plays out. Shush has got a strong angle for the current proceedings. Cadian drawn towards that short position. Oh, there's a sound cue, and Shush will have to retract from this surely. Smoke is up, spots one top mid. So many players here. Look at the frags coming for Heroic now, starting to take control of this one. Neutralize some of the danger. Cadian must be careful now, however. 17 HP, Waro looking for an opportunity, getting there eventually. TeSeS is still on that B bomb site. And Monte are moving quickly now, 35 seconds on the clock. And with only 3 players remaining for Heroic, they are going to be spread very thin. If Monte give enough space, then maybe they can take a bullet for the president and take control of a bomb site. In they go. Shush will try to delay the bomb plant. It's down, missing a shot. The only AWP remaining. Bomb's been planted then. 1 versus 2 for Waro. He has Kevlar. He can take a fight. Faces both of them, and TeSeS delivers another. 2 in the round. Expensive for Heroic, but it could have been worse.
Yeah, Heroic's team play arriving at the right time again. 1 player in jungle, 1 in connector. Just so hard to deal with. And I also want to give huge credit to Shush in that round, who survived just so long in connector. Even when he got caught off with awkward timing, I think Shush's biggest strength as a player is he very rarely dies unnecessarily. And that allows for the other Heroic players to get into position. It's a really big part of his game as that A-site anchor. just never giving away his site and the bomb site too quickly. I do have to point out, though, that our good friend Maui Snake had the hot take that Shush would top frag for Heroic on this map. He's currently bottom, but there's time.
Standard Maui take.
Classic Maui.
Sending it through Palace. Monte. Cadian's lost his angle, but Shush is here to collect. Wow. Now that is an angle. Through the smoke. 4 on 4. Monte's urgency continues to stay at maximum. SDY on the bomb site. Waro and Krasnal are forward as well. Things slow down.
Yeah.
Bro, still in Palace with the bomb.
Yeah, that's the thing. Do they reset here? Because this looks really awkward for Monte, and they're losing players. The nade from Shush comes in.
And it continues now. Bro isolated from his teammates because of that smoke grenade. The advantages are slipping away for Monte as they freeze. Are Heroic aware of the two on the bomb site, though? It doesn't appear that they are. So Monte freezing, while it's cost them a player, the CTs are spreading. They're starting to wonder. They're pulling away from the A bomb site. Yabi's wondering if anyone's behind him coming through B. But now there's time for the flank. Shush is coming in from the back. Great flick from Yabi. Spots the bomb in the middle of the site. Tesses keeping an eye on a CT rotation. Need the info for a post-plant if it even gets that far. Waro dropped, creeping around the smoke. And now Shush is at the ramp. Krasnal planting default. And the CTs are on their way. Beautiful work from Shush. Monte spreading the CTs out, but then waiting a little too long. From the back, it's ended by Heroic.
Yeah, it's really hard to put into words just how good Heroic are at not only making the right moves and information plays in rounds, but also like communicating that effectively. It's really hard to do that because you look at the minimap and you see everyone working in tandem. It's this beautiful machine, this beautiful push and pull. It's so fun to watch Heroic when they're at their best. And they're pretty close to their best right now. This has been a great CT side recovery. They were 4-0 down early. It is now 7-5 in favor of Heroic.
Tech pause, audio issue requires solving.
Look at that frag distribution for Heroic. Stown top with 11. Yabi bottom with 8. I say bottom, he's very much not far behind.
Seven to 5 in favor of Heroic. An interesting game so far. Slow pace from Monte. Difficult opponent in Heroic. Monte like themselves some Mirage, 77% with 13 maps played in recent times. 60% for Heroic.
Yeah, it is that map that they lost against the Mongols yesterday. Man, this music has got me feeling like it's not a tech timeout. It's like I'm in the Matrix or something. I'm loving it. We're back into the action, though. And move into mid for Monte. They could have been dealt with there. Cadian screaming to his teammates they need to be careful. And Stown is exactly that. Flash comes in to help him. They should know that Stown's here, but they don't clear the angle. They thought he fell back. Stown doesn't give a damn, though. He sticks around for a second.
Refuses to lose, refuses to leave. Yabi there to follow up. Oh, the confidence of Heroic. It's a joy to watch. Another deletion at the hands of Heroic. 1v5 for Waro. He has the bomb. But every time he is spotted, that net's going to close more and more. Knife out. But Yabi's got the gun. 8 to 5. 4 players alive for Heroic. Plenty of money as well. It's been 4 rounds in a row for Heroic. It's been 8 rounds from the last 9. They are in full control.
Yeah, and it's not like Monte are slouches on this map. They've already played it twice here at Cologne. Once in the play-in where they beat Furia. Once against Gamer Legion. And they beat Gamer Legion 16-8 on Mirage. But Monte have really fallen flat here as this half has gone on. Cadian again out on this wide angle, spots the shoulder, doesn't connect the shot. The nade goes in, doesn't quite go where he wanted it to.
It's close though. Close won't cut it. Stown coming through to clean house on the A bomb site. Moreover, Deagle gives them some hope. Everybody on the A bomb site. Monte disconnecting for now. A Galil and a Deagle. It is rough for Monte in this T side of Mirage.
And again, Heroic just get here ahead of you. They've already got a player ready if you try and go B. They've already got a player ready if you try and go mid.
How can you expect these angles?
No one's ever pre-aimed that in their life.
They're just thinking about the game better, Heroic. Full synergy. All vibrating at the same frequency. 9-5. Hasn't been close for a while.
This is the Heroic we want to see, though.
It is.
This is the sort of Heroic that we're used to seeing.
With a bit of shouting, bit of wailing.
Yeah, they could work on that, but that is my only criticism for Heroic so far. 15 kills from Stown, above the rest of the pack. It is now the buy back from Monte into the last round of the half. They'd love to salvage a 6, then that's a good way to start. Cadian not ready for SDY to already be behind the top mid boxes. There are players coming through underpass as well, so looking good on the mid control for Monte. And you don't get many man advantages against Heroic, so when you get them, you have to convert.
That is a very aggressive smoke grenade. Sound giving no respect to Monte. They're going to have to earn this, mostly in the second half. 3 versus 5. Yabi in the window. Waro going through. Looks like there's one more round in this one for Monte then. Shush has so much to do. Not happening. A last round for Monte. They'll take 6 into the second half, but they'll be quiet because Heroic struggle to put up something in what might be an easier side for them. Could hardly be harder. Charging into the bomb site. Go Heroic though. Bouncing their way towards the windows and further if they can. Samdayang has got something to say about it though. Great drop of the bomb carrier. There's another one. Cadian deleted just as he touches ground. Samdayang, that's nasty. There we go. Give us some volume.
That deserves it. That is so precise from SDY. Did not have to use multiple bullets on many of those kills. Those taps are always so satisfying.
The one where Cadian just dropped though, he's like, I'm here guys, I've got this guys, bang!
See ya.
I've got bad news for Monte. Tech9s have been collected by Heroic and they're going for a B play. They are adept at these B plays with Tech9s. They know how to use this util and it often ends painfully. But I think this is not live because Samdayang looks like he's alt-tabbed.
Apparently his microphone is having issues. I was worried when I saw he didn't have his hands on the keyboard and Heroic were nearby. I was like, ooh.
Headsets off. That was a teaser. Teaser of some carnage to come, maybe. Monte win a very important pistol. They keep it close at the beginning of Mirage. There is promise in this half for Monte. It was oppressive from Heroic in the first half. But now maybe they've forced some space in the second. We'll see if Krasnor can get into the game. 3 for 13. Didn't have the greatest of performances in that first half. Heroic smashing Monte in many of those rounds.
Yeah. Doing very well. Nice to see Stown at the top of the board for Heroic. Always look for him to not be a crazy standout. We know that Heroic are just a very well-rounded team. But sometimes I feel like if there's one player who might break into a real star on Heroic at some point, it would be Stown. He's always had the potential.
Keyboard check. 10 keyless keyboards. Good to see. Full-size keyboards can die a death as far as I'm concerned. Give me the small ones. I approve of these keyboards.
Yeah, I get you.
People think you need like a numpad for buy scripts. You don't.
Yeah, it's true.
You have a function layer. You press the FN key. Every key becomes whatever you want it to be. You don't need your keyboard to be a banquet plate for 3 people. Anyway, we're back in again. Do Heroic run it back? I would imagine they do, because this is kind of their strat with these Techie 90s.
Yeah, looks like a very similar start to the round. SDY and Kraz now again as the B defenders.
Could have been worse. That wasn't quite the peak Monte were looking for. There we go. Smoke is down immediately, giving space for rotation. The flashes are here, but Krasnor's here with the MP9. It's a team kill to start things off. A flying pistol with the bomb. They'll get some space from that at the very least, but how much more can they do? 2 versus 3, still very dangerous for the CT side. Cadian had an angle for a moment. Tesset with an MP9 through the smoke, putting Waro down to 20. Even with just a Tech 9, he could clutch this one. Rotation coming in from short, but where is Tesset's position will soon be revealed now. Needs to find his 1v1s, looking to the right-hand side, domed from the left. Monte passed the test.
Yeah, they pass it really solidly there. I was a little worried if the timing was bad, they could have got run down. The jump peaks could have been a little awkward. But no issue for them. That team kill was so awkward. It's just the one bullet to the side of their head. You hate to see it. Now, I was talking earlier about how Stown is the one player you think can maybe be the standout on Heroic. He's been dropped an AK in this round. He's been given the hero rifle. They have very little utility to set him up, but they have just enough for a stairs and jungle smoke. They'll try and scale onto the site and see if they can set up that hero AK. Oh, that counter smoke might slow things, though. It's kind of good that they didn't throw their smokes before that palace smoke came in, because now you just wait that out and you just run the play a little later.
Bro will be separated from his team. Maybe it won't matter so much. His head was spotted for a moment there, I believe, but he's still standing. Stown with great angles, but it is Samdayang with the headshots. They are swinging on these Ts, and it will be very limited progress. 500 HP, actually, at the end of the round for Monte. Comfortable with that. Score is tied. I still lament the lack of screaming. You know who you are. You people out there responsible for this.
It's a tough round for Heroic, because Stown got set up pretty decently, in all honesty.
Hit the wood as well.
Damn. Yeah, it really was all about Stown. Like, he needed to be the player with the AK to get a couple of those kills to give them a chance. But as soon as he falls, the rest of the team follow. And look at this setup from Monte. Heavily stacked on A early. They are in just the right position to stop this play from Heroic. I think it's because they have weaker weapons. They've decided, screw mid, we'll focus on the sights. It does mean there is an MP9 in the mix, but this could work out really well for Monte.
A well-timed CT flash could work wonders. There it is. Avoided by Shush. Oh, look at that bro come through to drop him as well. But Cadian turning things around, as is Yabi. Suddenly we're in a 3 versus 2. How about that for a wipeout? Rotation from Samdayang and Krasnor, both in CT. Yabi knows at least one is there. Samdayang swings with the flashbang, but Yabi's angle is superior. Krasnor now with the MP9 could still do this. Cadian's only got 13 HP. He has an incendiary as well. Tessus in connector. Cadian by Tetris. Molly goes towards Palace, however. They don't have angles for this bomb, but Krasnor gets riddled with bullets on the way. Heroic in the lead, 10-9.
That's incredible, because Heroic got caught with terrible timing there towards ramp. One of their players turned around to drop nades to his teammate just as that flash came in. So it meant there was no assistance for the player who was in ramp. They lose 2 players early, but all credit to Cadian. His AK comes back with 2. A nice little reaction from Yabi there. He knows that was a big turnaround to put Heroic into the lead. Waro has been having a good game here for Monte, though. He's got that AWP in his hands, positioned into mid early. Good flash, but can't get rid of Waro that easily.
Most unfortunate round for Monte there. and it gives Heroic opportunity to take control. They can secure this round.
Do they flash him again? Not this time. Nice incendiary there from Monte. They molly top mid. That means that he can re-establish on the angle, knowing that no one's crossed. And that gives them a clean advantage.
Disengaging from that mid position. With the presence there, I wonder if Krasnal and Waro will try to do something. They're both posted up by the van on B. Indeed, they'll be sending Krasnal forward. They'll both be posting up, actually, but surely somebody rotates over. 50 seconds on the clock. No eyes on short. Unless Samdayang has a peek from A through connector. There'll be grenades deployed. But where are Heroic headed? There's presence in connector. Denying that position from triple. Bro will be insta-traded by Shush. Samdayang will see the legs. That smoke hasn't worked out for them. 4-on-2 for Monte. And Heroic are stuck. They are trapped. But they've turned rounds around before. Katie doesn't know where he's getting shot from, leaving down on 12 HP. He'll be heard by Krasnal, who has a great angle to finish off the job. He'll collect a rifle as well as the score is tied once more.
Tight first map we have on our hands here between Monte and Heroic. Both teams hit double digits. I love this early play from Monte on mid. And then that smoke, I think the lineup, I'm not sure if it landed exactly where it needed to. I think that there's a slightly different position it can land that's a bit better, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, SDY's just committed out wide to it, so he's always going to get some sort of gap. Makes it awkward for Heroic. Approaching behind their own smoke doesn't go according to plan. Second timeout taken by Heroic. Their money is short in this round.
Plenty of Mirage, plenty of overpass we've seen in this tournament thus far. Vertigo, the deciding map if it goes the distance in this series.
Another hero AK for Heroic. I think they really are just trying to keep Monte's economy down, and they've been doing a decent job at it so far. Let's see if they can keep it up in this one. Very intricate smoke lineup from Cadian. Monte have just re-smoke connector themselves. Meanwhile, Cadian will be going for the top connector smoke. And wow, there's the shot from Shush. The bomb is not here, though. They're just trying to sell this as a fake.
Oh, they're lining up for Bro, coming from the shadows. And that will help Krasnal chill on the B bomb site. They know they haven't seen the bomb, and he need not rotate because these numbers are dwindling. They committed to the rifle to the A bomb site to give themselves opportunity. Krasnal wondering about short now, but Cadian's got to give the sound cue away, and this one's going to be free for Krasnal. Lined up in all the wrong places on that A bomb site. Down, trying to get some more damage into frags. No bomb plan for Heroic. Monte are one ahead.
Cadian just looked like so relaxed in his chair as he started planting the bomb. He just like sat back for a second. Just had no clue that Krasnal would stick around. A little surprised that they thought it was 100% clear there, but Monte don't fall for the bait. And so Heroic have to put Shush on the Galil in this round. Still a good buy across the board though. And Monte fighting for mid. That is not going to work out for Bro though. Out in the open. He gets decimated early in the round.
Krasnal urgently trying to tie the numbers in mid. He'll do exactly that. 3 of the 4 players for Heroic in that mid position. Shush lurking. There's a smoke on the ramp at the moment, but this one is fast moving, isn't it? Heading towards connector. Krasnal's back again. Still alive for the time being, creating some space. That takes the eyes away though. Moving through the A-bomb site now are Heroic. They'll get some sound cues towards CT. Shush with a few taps. He's got some help as well, but the molly will control the space to a degree. That's a risky plant. There will be no swing though from the CTs, but as I say that, they come in afterwards. It's down in the clutch, 1 on 3. They'll have to spray through the boxes if it goes that far. Found SDY. There's 2 more to go. 1 on the bomb. 1 coming in from that connector position. Huge headshot from Waro. And Monte make it 12.
Waro continues his good form on this map. 21 kills. I've been waiting for Waro to start to step up as that AWP on Monte, and I think he's really delivered here at Cologne. In the play-in stage, he was playing well. Now here in this upper bracket match, he's top fragging. Flash over the top. Doesn't
Boom.
even need it.
Frustration for Heroic. They expect to win every map. Monte are strong on Mirage. Then again, it's always difficult to put Heroic down. We bore witness to that yesterday. They'll have the AKs out in round 23. See how deep their utility goes. Molly's flashes and smokes will be here. Not everything they would have wanted. Let's see what their intentions are. Cadian takes the bomb towards A immediately. Normally when you've got 2 going towards A at the beginning of the round, bomb or not, it's very indicative of the plan for the T side. Two-1-2 set up for Monte. Spro considers heading towards B, but we'll go back to jungle. Tessus joining the ranks now. Let's see what Yabby and Stan will be up to. Moving through the underpass now as the smoke starts to come in. There'll be no challenge on short for the time being for Monte. Waro and Demka are very heavily committed to this one. Ooh. Quite a timely smoke into Palace. 2 smokes around connector as well, maybe 3. I think there's 5 smokes around the A bomb sites at the moment. Closing the distance are these T's though, still no one on short, so they are surely in trouble. Stan spotting Bro, but not delivering what he needed to. That's a really important frag for Monte. Samdayang making his way over towards A as Bro is dropped. Tessus looking towards Shadow, but there's one at default as well. Almost a double peek coming in. He's waiting for that trade frag at Tessus. Not even assuming that Shadow is clear. That's the bomb spotted, but Cadian delivers. 1 by 1, they are dropping. Krasil and Samdayang remain. Grenades towards these T's, not really landing where they wanted it to though. But that clock is ticking as well. Krasil makes his way towards jungle. They've got angles for this bomb, but not the personnel. Heroic meticulously take down the A-bomb sites.
Impressive round from Heroic there. Despite getting stalled out, they never get too stressed. They figure that they can still get their way on towards A. They get enough ground that when Waro goes for that peek from under Palace, he gets domed. And these mid players were also just waiting to try and help out. So even though there are no nades to approach the site, they just end up fragging out instead. And all those earlier rounds where they did damage to the CT economy will finally pay off. Monte down on a terrible buy hit. Struggled to even call this one a buy. Just a few pistols.
Pre-fire from Krasner with a P250 gives him a strong position all of a sudden. A smoke and an AK-47 to play with, dropping it to a teammate. Didn't know how close Cadian is. Oh, this is so awkward for Cadian. So awkward. Get out of there. Cannot give up that AWP. 3 players on the B bomb site, chasing more frags. How many did they identify though? Ramp has been compromised. Will they check Tetris? Bizarre round for Heroic to deal with now.
They don't look like they have a clue. They haven't cleared ramp, but they're not looking, they're not covering. Demka can't get the kill. SDY finds one in the meantime. Oh, what is going on? Demka jumps to his death, but it's still a man advantage for Monte.
Run out of bullets with that CZ. Cadian with the Glock. Not a comfortable situation for them. 1v2 Cadian. This clutch is not going to happen this time. Monte were on the ropes, but they fought back. The gifted AK in the apartments. 13 to 11. That was the catch-up for Heroic. Don't often see this happen to them.
What was this investment? This was nothing. This was 3 pistols. Bomb being planted, not being covered. Bro comes in with a USP. And then Waro was in Palace.
Chaos.
Something that Heroic had no clue about.
Utter chaos.
Oh, early mid-play, and Waro denies Cadian.
Feels like a change in momentum for these squads. Heroic are in trouble if they lose this round. 5-on-4, Sound's got some sound cues, got to be careful of that molly. He'll give them the positions back. They know where he is, trying to punish, went into that molly, now he's lost the bomb. Disaster has struck for Heroic. Spots the barrel of the gun, Tetes looking for one. Maybe there's a chance for them, creating some space, running distraction while Shush gets a line up from ramp, but Yabi's past the angle already. He's behind enemy lines. He could catch them off guard. Indeed, he will. Instant trade from SDY. And that's the 1v2. That smoke will soon be gone, but who will be faster? Waro falls back to library. Tess says surely gives a sound cue. The jig is going to be up. How much more is left in this run then? They know exactly where he is. Waro doesn't want to give the sound cue though. 40 seconds, that bomb's still stuck. Who peeks first for the CTs? It's half the information for Tesses, he's got 30 seconds. Trying to bait a peek. And there it is from Waro.
And there it is from Demka.
I feel like it's not always a word with him.
No,
sometimes it's just guttural
primal.
Screaming.
It is absolutely primal from Demka.
It's just volume.
Absolutely. He just wants to let you know that he's there. I mean, this is not the Heroic I'm used to seeing, though. They looked very structured earlier on in this map, and this looked hectic. This looked chaotic. This looked like they didn't know exactly what was going on.
They're not the same about the screaming. Bring it back. Hero AK for Cadian. Pistols for the rest. Some utility here and there. Quickly into the A-bomb site they go. They need to capitalize on this position. There is a lot of rotation coming. Cadian may hear this. He's in mid with that rifle while the pistols are showing the presence. The bomb was here as well, but again, I think Cadian heard that rotation. So they'll leave some players as sacrifice, as tribute almost, while the remainder go towards that B bomb site. They'll still need a kill though. Cadian's got all the sounds now. This is a very difficult one to do, though. I think his teammates will have to make loads of noise now and pull that crosshair away. That's the time for Cadian to turn things around. He's got to go before they hit the window. Perfect positions. Very well done by Heroic. Can give the AK to his teammate, maybe. You want him on the orb generally, but they don't have armor. Cadian still standing for now. Problems for Monte. Everything collapses. Stampede to the A-bomb site. It's all the information Heroic needed. This one's not over just yet.
That's the thing with Heroic. I feel like they often find a way when you don't expect them to. They've gone for a lot of these hero AK buys. A lot of them have been unsuccessful, but it was Cadian's turn to try to have the hero AK, and he gets into a great position, executes Waro from behind. And then, sure, it's only pistol players, but they're already on the site. They're already in such good positions that Monte can't win the duels.
That's so sick from Heroic. High urgency on the A-bomb site.
Okay.
Oh, he's coming back.
That's the thing. It's when he feels like he's under threat, under pressure, that it'll often come out from Cadian. Said something to bro that.
So nicely done by Heroic. Again, those pistols can just charge and swarm, raise the urgency. Monte, you've got no choice but to rotate over. Cadian's in position with the listening device. Early frag for Waro, though. With the hero sniper in this round.
Okay. I mean, this doesn't even have the support around it, though. Heroic win with the hero AK and some Deegs. This has USPs around it. Waro blinded, but they're running into him.
They're close enough to trade. That might be all they needed to do. They'll need to protect those weapons. USPs for the remainder. Keep that orb out of their hands. There's only 3 players here, though. Oh, it's getting awkward already. Even with these USPs, the P shooters, the numbers game, they're starting to swarm now. And there's the trade. They found an AWP. The weapons disposal service was not here. And now things are getting very dodgy indeed. Flashbang's going the wrong way. Bro's got an angle. Molly's towards default. Suddenly, Monte are well equipped. They've got an AK and an AWP. Two rifles against two rifles. Two are naked, two have got a Kevlar, but Yabi's just about winning that duel. And Bro will hold on to the AWP. My God, that was nervous.
Oh, came so close. Came ridiculously close. I don't know how the hell they got that AWP back. I was certain that Heroic were going to get rid of that. Almost put them in a position where they were made to rue their mistakes. But Heroic bring it back to a one-round difference. Mirage delivering. Yet again. Monte will now have the buy. This was that nice reposition from Waro, able to get 2 kills. The rest of Heroic in good enough positions to hold on. And Monte's money is still not great. Oh, this is awkward for them. They at least had enough of a lead built up that they can afford to do this and still be at a tie score if they lose. Then again, we saw what the AWP did previously, and this time it's got pistols to help.
Feels like for some of this game, Heroic have been holding on. But now they've been given a great opportunity. The one question is, where is Waro? Shushul here, 2 pairs of footsteps on a ramp. Can they act on this fast enough? And what do they choose to do? You can see Heroic responding to this immediately. A pop flash on ramp, 2 men swing, they don't see anything. What do you do with this info? What is your play? Bombs heading towards that B bomb site. This Heroic will offer a smoke towards jungle. Grenade in a window, suggesting they don't know if anyone's there. But Heroic are now behind enemy lines. Stound's coming in from the back towards that B bomb site. Quite a fine detail there from Heroic, offering fake evidence. Now it's down to Stound to clear the bomb site. He hasn't found the right angles just yet, though. 20 seconds on the clock. Samdayong's making his way towards the van. That's an important kill. Spots one by the short position as well. Again, the fine detail from Heroic is so awesome to watch. Grenade in the window just before their teammate hops in. 14 apiece. We are going all the way. All the rounds. What have Monte got left, though?
Really cool way of getting Stound activated on that flank. They don't really need to hunt this. Maybe they don't know that. Wow, Kahian's going in for it, and he will find it. 14-14, all tied up. We will be going the distance in regulation at a minimum. Overtime very much a possibility with a scoreline like this, but Monte are the ones who finally have the buy. They don't have money in the bank, though. So if Heroic lose this round, they'll be fine. They've got plenty of cash. For Monte, not the case. Pressure is on them on their CT side. They saved 2 to get this buy. It needs to pay off. Nice nade onto Yabi. Mid smokes arriving, Stound leading the charge. But no one here to challenge on the Monte side. Waro has been playing that AWP on A pretty often in these gun rounds. Another smoke into connector. Ensures that AWP doesn't have a clear line of sight. And Heroic will start to group outside B, where Krasnow is pushed up in the apartments.
The Samdayong jump peak for him once the smoke goes, though.
Or does he just... Oh, he's flashing. It's too late.
It is too late indeed. They know there's one more to contest with. But have a look at Stound's position. They won't necessarily commit to this bomb site. They will offer things. They will invite the rotation, and Tessis will be in position to drop Samdayong and continue to entertain. Have a look, though. But in the meantime, Demka on the rotation will get one. But they've lost position in the meantime. And Yabi can make it so much worse for them. Masterclass from Heroic. Just exploitation from them. will leave them with an empty A bomb site. They'll plant for everywhere. And Bro's got a lot to do. AWP collected, and the hunt has already begun. They had 4 players closing in on a guy with a pistol in Palace in that last round. And once more they'll be surrounding Bro on B, wanting to give him nothing at all.
Definitely a bounty on Bro's head right now. Whoever gets him gets a massage for Heroic, I'd say. Oh, and I don't think he's getting out of here alive. Pushed from both sides. Bro gives it away. The mid-round call was there.
There we go.
And it's also so impressive to do that in round 29, right? Like, I can imagine doing that when there's not a stressful round, but to do it under these circumstances and have it look this clean is incredible. You saw Demka on that rotate, had no idea.
Nice.
Cadian's got his revenge.
Shouting his request for catering tomorrow. Game point Heroic, a hard fought for scenario, but a job's not done just yet. Quad FAMAS, rather you than me, Monte. 1 flash. How do you make this work? Committed on the A bomb site, but the approach appears to be B. Outmaneuvering almost everyone. Krasnor stands no chance versus the wave of Heroic players on this B bomb site. Molly coming as well. Samdayang with 4 HP, hanging on by a thread. Bomb planted. Look at these positions. Look at Cadian's spot. Will they check for this? They will, but this is just wasting time. They cannot afford. There aren't kits for the CT side, and there's barely any personnel left either. Heroic have played a very strong game to come back against a strong Monte. Double peaks coming through. Huge win in the first map.
Vi spiller helvede steg 20 runder, og så viser vi de Roy til